Hello and welcome to Byte Size Tech. I am your host Rogue, and today's video is brought to you by eWin Racing, the best source for gaming chairs and desks for those long gaming sessions. We do have a playlist of our eWin chairs and desk videos linked in the video description below, but most of all, save 30% of everything using the discount code TechTeals, and we do have more details at the end of this video.
AMD is bidding farewell to the original graphics core Next architecture.
Let's see. Ends driver support for Radeon 7000, 200, 300, and the Fury series graphics cards. And this was June 22nd, so this was just a couple of days ago.
Now, 7,000 cards are in fact old. You want to know the secret truth? These are all kind of sort of the same card, just refresh. AMD did a lot of refreshes in the 2000s.
And
but
the Furies.
The Furies were the first HBM cards with the high bandwidth memory. They were never very popular because they were limited to 4 gigs. Now, in fairness, there were some improvements. These were those Hawaii XT cards I told you about. And most of these were 4 gig cards, and the big thing here was 8 gig cards. But here's the kicker. The 300 series was released in 2015. They were released after the 900 series from Nvidia. And Nvidia is not any driver support for this 900 series. So AMD is cutting off cards quite a bit newer than, because Nvidia is ending support for their, is it the Kepler cards? Nvidia ending.
We just
yes.
saw there. It would be Windows 11. I mean, DirectX 11.
Yeah, but these have DirectX 12.
That's true.
This is Nvidia ending support, not Microsoft.
Wave goodbye. So Nvidia confirms driver support for Kepler GPUs will end in October.
Hey, that's when Windows 11 is coming out.
I know. Wave goodbye to the GTX 600 and 700 series and the first Titans.
Let's be honest. Who is running a 600 or 700 series card who needs driver support for new games? Optimizations and bug fixes have long since ended for these cards. The only thing that you're really getting with new versions of the drivers, like if one of our lovely viewers has a GTX 970, the GTX 970 came out in 2014. 2014 is 7 years ago. Yep. All the bug fixes and tweaks and optimizations have happened. Bob, on Tuesday afternoon after lunch, who does the driver updates for those cards, all he does is make sure that the new games run when the new driver release comes out. When they do the game-ready drivers,
yep.
Most of the optimization time is put into the new releases, but they make sure that the older cards will at least run them, which is why when a new series like the 30 series cards launch, the first 6 months, the first year, the performance gap between the previous generation and it is not always quite as extreme. Right. But if you actually go back and revisit it in a couple of years when games have had some revisions and drivers have had some revisions, you'll actually find the gap starts to grow. Because the newer cards get all the research and development time and optimizations, and the driver developers learn how to use them and the games get optimized for them. When Cyberpunk came out, time was put to make sure that it ran really well on the 10 and 20 series cards. I'll bet you a lot less time was spent to make sure it works on the 900 series cards. Yeah. Why? They just don't need to.
No.
And so...
Well, where's that other page that you have with all the GPUs? Because that kind of will tell you where they'll get cut off.
Well, the GTX 700 series... Let me pull this up. R9390.
Well, that's not what I was saying.
I know it's not, but
it's in your history.
But it's what
Don't listen to me.
I want to show something different.
I know you do, but mine makes more sense.
But mine is more fun. Okay. So this is what Nvidia is ending. Nvidia is ending the 600 and 700 series. This being newer will come here. The 700 series was launched in 2013 or 8 years ago, with the 900 series coming out the following year.
GK110 sounds like a Terminator.
It kind of does, doesn't it?
Sounds like a Namek.
And so this is no longer getting updates with Windows 11. What AMD is ending is 7200 and 300 series, and these launched.
Oh, wow. And 6 years ago. So the Radeon 5, oh wow, all of those mid-range, high-end, so all the way up to the 3090X.
Yes.
And then the Furies,
And then the Fury cards.
and then the Nano and the Furies, the R9s, the Radeon Pro Duo.
When did these came out in 2016? So yeah. No, but in fairness, let's think about this for a minute. In all the time you've seen everything we've done with YouTube, in all
Yes.
the benchmarks and tests, how about the
Yes.
chatter, the comments, the questions?
Yes.
How many questions have we gotten about RX 480s or RX 580s, RX 570s, RX 590s, versus how many questions have we gotten about R9 380s or 390s?
No, not very few. I mean, I've seen it pop up, but
The installed user base of those cards,
is starting to dwindle.
it is tiny. It is already tiny. And so the truth of the matter is the number of people they're cutting off is minor. And the other truth of the matter is the existing drivers won't stop working. You just won't get new ones.
Correct.
So if you have an R9 390X that you bought in 2015, 6 years ago, and you're getting ready to upgrade to Windows 11,
all these people seeing 5 years out of there.
you're not going to.
Nope.
But your hardware will keep working. Windows 10 will keep working. And you could still use that with your existing drivers in Windows 10 for the next 1 to 2 years. But let's be honest. Is that card functionally useful for new games in 2022 and 2023?
No.
And if you're playing older games, then why do you need new drivers and new Windows?
Which is what we've talked about several times. That's what we talked about yesterday.
And if you want to play new games, it's time for new hardware. eWin Racing has a wide selection of chairs to fit all shapes and sizes of gamers, ranging from petite to cuddly. They have something for every type of gamer. Not just sizes, but colors and material options as well, including red, blue, purple, pink, orange, and many more, plus cloth and leather choices to boot. We have over half a dozen chair and desk videos in a special playlist down in the video description below. We also have a special offer just for Tech Deals viewers. Save 30% off of everything using the discount code TECHDEALS using our link in the video description below. We have personally used eWin gaming chairs for 3 years in our office, sitting on them for up to 8 hours during live streams. They are very comfortable, and we are happy to work with eWin to bring you this special discount and recommend eWin for all your gaming chair and desk needs.